Good morning. My name is Andrea Smith, and on behalf of Mrs. Josie Childs, founder and president, the board, and members of the nonprofit Mayor Harold Washington Legacy Committee, I bring greetings and well wishes to the Friends of the Parks, the DuSable Park Coalition, Mrs. Peggy Montez, CEO of the Bronzeville Children's Museum, and also a member of the Legacy Committee, public officials, civic activists, supporters, friends, and interested passerby. The Mayor Harold Washington Legacy Committee is a volunteer, Chicago-based organization established with a simple mission. The Mayor Harold Washington Legacy Committee was founded in 2013 as an educational and civic engagement entity. We're dedicated to preserving the integrity and authenticity of the message of former Chicago Mayor Harold Washington, Chicago's first Black mayor, and highlighting how it's leveraged today. We are honored to be here to join you for this commemoration of Baptiste Pointe DuSable. The Harold Washington Legacy Committee seeks to elevate and perpetually honor the life and legacy of Mayor Harold Washington, who was first an Illinois State Representative, an Illinois State Senator, United States Congressman, and Chicago's first Black mayor. Our board is governed by a socially, ethnically diverse, and civically involved volunteer board of directors. Our goal, civic engagement and civics education for all ages, is our primary focus. We do have a major emphasis on multi-generational and youth development. 2022 would have been Mayor Harold Washington's 100th birthday, and in honor of this wonderful situation, the Legacy Committee has committed and has been enacting a year-long series of events to honor his life and legacy. On April 12th, in honor of his April birthday, we hosted our Legacy Gala at where? The Harold Washington Library in Chicago. We had over 400 guests, elected officials, celebrities, and everyday Chicagoans who loved and remember Harold Washington. One of the goals that we were able to create out of that legacy event was we have created the Harold Washington Legacy Public Service Scholarship, $100,000. And of that, we have raised $62,000 since April. We're looking to raise the remainder before the end of 2022. Our goals are noteworthy. We want to honor Harold Washington's memory, life, and legacy while we challenge the issues of the present and help to change the future. Each year, both of our organizations shine a light on these individuals and their interrelated causes that inspire us to serve. This year, 2022, honors the centennial year of Mayor Harold Washington. And when you think of Mayor Harold Washington, you also have to ask about Coleman Young, Maynard Jackson, Richard Hatcher, Andrew Young, Marion Barry, Johnny Ford, Wilson Good, Harvey Gantt, and David Dinkins, and several others. These legendary Black leaders all have one historically significant and vitally important thing in common. They were each among the inaugural class of the nation's first Black chief executives of major cities across the United States. They blazed an important political trail and left a lasting legacy for other committed activists, organizers, and leaders, young and old, to follow. Known affectionately and informally as the Group of 10, these strategically savvy politicos achieved what some thought impossible at the time during the late 1970s and early 1980s, and then proceeded to prove their critics and even some of their greatest supporters wrong again and again, because the Gang of 10 could and did win. Today, these men are considered legendary Black leaders, just like Chicago's founder, Baptiste Pointe DuSable. Very important when you think about his life and legacy, because we believe that significant Chicago history should be celebrated and not buried and forgotten. We must continue to honor and elevate the complex legacies of two great men and two Chicago icons. Baptiste Pointe DuSable, the first Black non-native settler and the founder of the city of Chicago, and the Honorable Mayor Harold Lee Washington, our first Black mayor. According to our dedicated and diverse group of supporters, Chicago must never forget the legacy of the talented, politically savvy, and gregarious Mayor Harold Washington, a lawyer who became Chicago's first Black chief executive and much beloved political icon, who tragically passed away while working in his office on November 5th, 1987. His historic and tumultuous race for City Hall resulted in the historic 1983 election and his 1987 re-election, stunned many political experts during a racially polarized time in the city, and well before the ascension of Chicago's President Barack Obama as the nation's first ever Black president. Mayor Washington brought together a strong multiracial coalition of community, business, political mavericks, independents, religious leaders, and everyday neighborhood actors to carve out a unique place in history. Think about the enduring power of civic leaders like DuSable in Washington, who sought to tackle society's challenges, who worked to build stronger communities in this world-class city and become a force to transform this once wild onion land into a major metropolis like Chicago. In many ways, these two men, DuSable and Washington, profoundly changed the world. They may be gone from us, but their lights still shine, and their names, lives, and legacies will continue to inspire, inform, and impact ours and generations to come. Somehow I feel that the stars in the universe are aligning, and I believe God himself approves of our collaborative efforts to turn DuSable Park from a long-deferred dream into a cultural and environmentally friendly Riverwalk reality. It is no accident that Chicago's first Black mayor attended Bronzeville Chicago Public High School, named after Chicago's first Black founder and settler, DuSable High School. Challenges facing Chicago and the world today are sometimes far-reaching and complex. And sometimes, let's admit, the solutions sometimes feel out of our reach. To tackle our city's biggest challenges and to build a better future, we must take a page out of both DuSable's and Harold's civic playbooks. In other words, we must engage a wide range of people to make a positive difference in the Chicago area, the nation, and the world. But right now, we're focusing on the development of this DuSable Park in Chicago. Harold Washington believed that we were at a dawn of a Chicago civic century when people would become the driving force that transforms our city. Chicago and Chicagoans are calling for change. We believe that when future generations look back at this time, they will see it as an era of sustained, meaningful civic engagement, generating positive, productive results. That's why we, the Mayor Harold Washington Legacy Committee, are here today to express our strong support and solidarity for the development of DuSable Park. The Mayor Harold Washington Legacy Committee focuses on a variety of positive, community-focused initiatives to further the legacies of these two great men, DuSable and Mayor Washington. And DuSable Park is one of them. We thank the leadership and the membership of the Friends of the Parks, the DuSable Park Coalition, and other advocates. The Mayor Harold Washington Legacy Committee especially wishes to thank those civic leaders from communities across Chicago who have laid the firm foundation for what is now coming up to hopefully fruition, nearly 40 years after Mayor Washington's decree, DuSable Park. You have tirelessly led advocacy efforts, helped to design the DuSable Park background plan. You helped to track the park's evolution. You kept media attention focused on this initiative. You met with developers, alderpersons, and other elected officials. You developed an annual DuSable Commemoration, which we're celebrating here today. And also you came up with a tourism focus, and you created the vision for the DuSable Heritage Corridor, which is today a key educational and tourist destination that is now being articulated and advanced around the country. Congratulations. Now, this is not the time to rest on our long-fought laurels. We must push the envelope and shape the narrative about DuSable Park. We should also not capitulate on Harold's vision for this park. We must let this project go forward and not linger much longer. Let's also ensure that potential naysayers or opponents don't get the upper hand. That's our challenge. It's also our civic responsibility. And finally, it's a superb way to honor these two giants, Baptiste, Pointe DuSable, and their honorable late Mayor Harold Washington. So on behalf of the Mayor Harold Washington Legacy Committee, we thank you for this opportunity, and we want to move forward with you in solidarity. Thank you.